I stepped off the plane at the Grand Cayman airport wearing long jeans and a jacket. Not a very smart idea. I was anxious to see my father, considering I hadn't seen him since October and it was now January. My dad was standing by a car that had the words Camana Bay on the side. I got in the car, staring at the steering wheel because it was on the right side and I was used to the left, and wondering if it was a mix-up. My dad started to explain that here the steering wheels were on the right side, but we were getting an American car soon. I got to my new house, the Sovereign, right across the street from Burger King and the Esso station. I put my luggage in my room and got into some not-so-nice clothes. I ran out to the beach, felt the sunshine, and me and my sister jumped in the ocean with our clothes on. We had decided to do that and discussed it in Utah. My mom didn't join us, though, because she didn't want to ruin her clothes. I got out of the ocean and looked at the clear as glass water. I thought about my home and friends, but reminded myself I would see them again someday. I almost cried at the thought of Abby and I running on the beach. I missed her. I went back to my new house and ate some Oreos that tasted a little stale. I questioned my dad about them, and he told me everything was shipped from the States. The States? I asked. And then he laughed and told me that was what they called the USA down here. I went to my regular TV channel, confused when it didn't work. I asked my dad what was going on, and he told me that the channels were different here, and I would have to scroll through the channels to figure it out. Night finally came, and Dad had set up a dinner by the sea. We were amazed, but Dad said it was just a daily thing for him. I looked at my father. He seemed different, but I just smiled, knowing he was the same Dad. I checked into Cayman International School, feeling weird wearing a uniform instead of my regular clothes. Miss Jean walked me up to my classroom and gave me a schedule. Miss Holly was first period, and I took a random seat at the front, nervous and looking at my new homeroom. I felt like a brand new kitten. Everybody was staring at me while I was adjusting. Miss Holly went around the room so I could remember everybody's names. I couldn't remember anyone's name at first, but eventually caught on. The bell rang and I felt like passing out. Where was I going to go? I guess I would have to follow my classmates around for a while till I figured out the schedule. I got home later that evening, not knowing what just happened. Everybody was following me all day. Had they known I was coming? Were they excited? Was I going to fit in? I did not know the answers. I was just glad I got the day over with. I did my homework, ate dinner, and then went to bed. I woke up the next day, sort of happy for my second day of school. I got up, straightened my hair, got my backpack together, and called out to my mom to get out the door. It turns out my second day was a nightmare. No one had talked to me, except for the girls. I was dazed and confused. Yesterday they were so excited to meet me. Had I did something wrong? But then I realized they had pranked me. It was bad enough that I had moved halfway across the world. Now the people here didn't actually care about me. At this point, I really wanted to go home, not to the Sovereign, to Utah. I got home from a long second day of school and felt like I was going to explode when my mom asked, "How was your day? Were the kids nice?" So I just bit my lip and said, "They were wonderful, can't wait for school tomorrow," and went in the living room. I turned on the TV, trying to forget about today, but I just couldn't. I knew that it wasn't going to be different. I wasn't the exciting girl. I wasn't popular. I was just another girl who got caught up in her 15 minutes of fame. But maybe I was overreacting. Would things get better? Despite all the things that had happened that day, it would be better. I knew it would be okay, and it did. The girls and I became good friends. The boys and I became moderate friends, but that was okay. I learned to love the water and conquer my fear of getting eaten by sharks. Except Stingray City is yet to come. I only go for the snorkeling. And best of all, I saw my friends again and actually missed here. This life wasn't as bad as I thought. The end.